Hey everyone, my name is Q Broadus. I'm a mass media student here at Clark Atlanta University, and this is a video blog on Drake's latest album, Views from the Six. Now, this makes Drake's fifth album. It's not my favorite album. My favorite album has to be Take Care, probably always will be. But from a musical standpoint, this is Drake's best album. And a couple reasons why I say that. For one, it's his best vocal performance given on the album. For two, his beats and instrumentals gave you the hip hop vibe, gave you the Caribbean Islander vibe, as well as the mainstream and pop vibe. Another reason why I say this album is his best is because prior to releasing the album, he had just gone through the whole beef battle rapping with Meek Mill. And a lot of people said that Nicki Minaj had a lot to do with it. Meek Mill was saying the reason why he's beefing with Drake is because Drake isn't writing his own lyrics. Drake was saying, no, you're only mad because I didn't go to your birthday party. So it was a lot of talk, a lot of he said, she said being thrown into the air. Both parties ended up dropping diss tracks at each other. Drake's ended up, doing a little bit better, ended up being nominated for a Grammy. And, the only other diss track to be nominated for a Grammy is Nas's Ether. So to be in conversations with Nas, on nominations with Grammy as far as diss tracks has to be an extreme accolade for Drake. Another thing that helped the album succeed is the anticipation build. Drake released the title Views for the Six a year and a half before he actually released it to the public. So people was like, well, what is this Views from the Six? What does that mean? The title really didn't, catch on until, it got closer to the release date because he started using the term six, as far as Toronto. So the title basically means views from Toronto, from his perspective, showing the world, what Toronto is and what it means to him. So that's another thing that boosted the album. Another thing that did great for the album was that Drake really didn't do a lot of interviews. So a lot had gone on in his life from a year and a half to his previous album that had got dropped, Nothing Was the Same. A year and a half went by till he dropped Views from the Six. So in between that gap, he really wasn't doing interviews. So people had a lot of questions to ask, and he pretty much summed up and answered everybody's questions throughout the album. I mean, people's main questions probably was the whole Nicki Minaj situation, and he starts it off right off the bat with the first song, Keeping the Family Close. All about Nicki Minaj. He's finally telling his side of the story, like, we're supposed to be friends. I know that you're in a relationship with this person, but you're supposed to have my back as well, and I feel like you're not doing that, So he got to explain all the gray areas. What also makes a great album great is its number sales. Drake has always been known for being that number guy. So it wasn't a complete shocker how it sold 2,000 copies in its first week. It went double platinum in its first week. But it actually is a shocker because we're in a society and day and age where people really don't buy music anymore. They go online and they have all these different apps where you don't have to buy music. You can just hear it without purchasing it, which is convenient, but it takes away from the artist. So to have 2,000 copies sold in the first week, double platinum in the first week says a lot about the album. A couple hit songs that were on the album, of course, Hotline Bling. He ended the album with that. One Dance, complete international radio hit. Controller as well, radio hit. He had big features on the album. He had Future. He had Rihanna. He had Party Next Door, who we both know. Party Next Door, if you didn't know, wrote the song Work that Rihanna and Drake did. He wrote the song Work, and that actually was nominated and won a Grammy. And Drake also had a couple other artists on his album that are signed to OVO. Overall, a really great album. Like I said, gave you a lot of rapping, that rap part of Drake that everybody loves. He gave you that, but he also gave you the, sentimental Drake. He gave you the Islander Caribbean Drake. And it was a shocker to me that he could do that. That versatility aspect. People are really starting to see that he has. Which is great. So I'll say it's a 5-star album. Wonderful album. Great music. Can't wait to hear the next one. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any comments or questions or just want to reach out, you can message me on my LinkedIn account, or you can email me at krizjah2@gmail.com. That's KRIZJIAH, the number 2 @gmail.com. Once again, everyone, thank you for watching. Bye.